This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
One of these days, I want to make a mold shaped like the word open, fill it with water, and freeze it. That way we have a literal cold open.
Thrall's balls! They're everywhere! Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Boomy Nation, sometimes Craig, Gershom, Johnnie Tips, and Wooly.
What's up, swingaz? I did it for a long time on that one. From the auxiliary TBHQ in the windy and still fucking, why is it still 30 degrees in no, March, because it's Chicago. Anyways, welcome to Thrall's Balls episode number 176. Today we have me, the sassy ass Beast Mastery Hunter. I'm Gershom. And of course, can't do it as good as Wooly, Johnnie Tips, the proud dark iron diabolist lock. Boomy is out tending to an entire sick family, which I totally vibe with because that was us 2 weeks ago. I was literally like, hey, I can still come to the episode because it's fine. No one's sick in my house, which is awesome. So sorry, Boomy. And then Wooly is at his nephew's birthday party. So hi, everyone. Hi, Johnnie. It's just us today. What's up, dude?
Yes, I love it. What you been doing in WoW this week? What's going on?
No, I want to hear from you. It's only I know. I'm a classy lady like that. What'd you do in WoW this week, Dad?
I got a heroic bunk junker. We're working on that recently. We haven't killed it yet.
Is that the penultimate? Is he the second?
No. It's whatever the Katamari one, the one with the trash piles, and you gotta roll around and collect the trash piles and the big balls and remnant bombs and shit.
I am a story mode whore. I jumped straight to Galliwigs with some AI friends. Yeah.
I think it's boss 4. It's boss 4 of the raid.
Okay. But I've been hearing about this fight. It's hard. So you got heroic, You got that?
No, we're not. We haven't got it yet. We're on that boss. We got up until that boss. We just started it like last week or whatever. And then just been doing a bunch of Mythic Plus, doing some 6s, you know, some 3s, 4s, some 6s, you know, maybe push on a 7, see if we can get it, you know. Lots of delves, the weekly quests, you know, that's pretty much it. I had to go out of town for the weekend again, so it's kind of haven't had ton of time of WoW between work and being out of town a lot.
No, I get you. We had a busy, just kind of week as a family too. So that was kind of all that you got into, or?
That's literally all I did this week was like my weekly content. I rated it in normal, of course. We are our usual normal clear, and did a bunch of Mythic Pluses, did some delves, and did the weekly quests pretty much. And I got a bunch of rep ups too. Do you have
maxes? Are you, because I'm not maxed out yet either. I was actually going to beef about that a little bit.
Oh, not the new rep. I haven't even maxed out the old reps yet. I think the highest I have is the spider folks down in the Ashkahet. I think I'm at 23 on them.
Okay, yeah, I actually have 2 25s and 2 24s, and I cannot remember the last time it took me this long, and I don't know why. Because I'm literally trying to do like every world quest all the time, but so that was pretty much it. What you got into, or?
Yeah, in terms of WoW, yeah, I did my first. You know, I got some good gear, got some good random pieces of gear, got my 4 set.
That's awesome, because the catalyst is gonna be up this week too. So yeah. So you could have your 5-piece then.
Yeah, I'll probably end up either getting the 5-piece, or I'm gonna get my hero level pieces converted.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, I guess as for my own part, so like I had said last week, I got that Galliwigs story mode down, which allowed me to complete the last quest chains. So I got Sojourner of Undermine. So I got the Lore Master and the Sojourner. I'm all done down there technically, except just grinding rep, which is at like 8. So yuck. I don't know. I just kind of check every day. I just check on the dailies and check on world quests and see if there's any bosses and try not to spend too much time. But if I clear everything and nothing else really seems to be popping up, then I'll take off and do something else. But my vault, I got my tier shoulders, which is a huge upgrade. So my shoulders were my season 1 tier piece. So that was awesome. That was huge. It went from like 619 to like 656 or some shit, and I was like, what? I was like, so that was beautiful. And it gave me my 2-piece, so that was nice. And then, like I said earlier, the catalyst will be open, so everyone will get another upgrade, and hopefully this time I won't be stupid shit and do something that you can't upgrade that doesn't give you your set. I don't know. Anyways, and I really like the way the tier set looks for the hunters this season. I hadn't really looked at it. It looks really nice. I'm kind of tired of like the skull faces and stuff. We've been getting a lot of that from like Ardenweald and like the kind of like weird like kind of Lich King reminiscent. Like it's cool here and there, but I feel like the hunter set has had that sort of weird like almost like cattle type face. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like bones and it almost looks like an old like longhorn head on your head or something. I don't know. Like in this I don't think has that. So it looks pretty cool and the colors are neat. So far I've seen the white one and the reddish one, so I'm sure other levels of raid and stuff have like different colors, but so far I've unlocked parts of the white one and the red one, which both look really nice. And then like I said before too, I hit 24 with Dornagal and the Hallowfall, the Arathi. So I was working on those guys. That's it.
Hey, don't forget you get your free crest from that either, because apparently they bumped up the rewards for all if you never like maxed out your renown. Apparently, all those like crest rewards and like Valorstone rewards are for next season.
Yeah. Every now and then I'll think about it. Like usually when I ding a rep, I'm like, I should fly around and just check and make sure. Because like the kobolds give you some too. You have to go to like Gundergaz and check in with that guy. And then, it's like every now and then I'll make a habit of just checking. But like when you hit the max, it really goes back and gives you like a lot of shit. Yeah, so I'm excited for that because I'm going to have like a bunch of upgrades. It's going to be great. And then I got my delves up to 8. So last season I was just casually doing 8s and 9s just for fun. And these 8s are really not making me sweaty unless like the underpin comes out and then I die.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, but other than that, like the bosses, I'm totally ready. Like the next time I play, I'm gonna try a 9 because I'm not sweaty. I'm not sweaty in an 8 at all. And I don't know why I was kind of pinning myself to 8s all last season. Like I could obviously do better unless a 9 just wrongful stomps me, because that's what happened in season 1. I remember talking about it. Actually, I had like the raffle stomping was so bad between 8 and 9 that I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hang back here because it was like whatever. Like, but the jump was so huge. So I don't know. I mean, there's no harm in trying, right?
There's no harm in trying now because they actually give you more rewards now. Not in terms of gear, but they give you more crests.
Yeah, the crest system is better. Like I was like, if I'm on 8s already, and the 8s now are giving like the middle crest. They didn't used to. They basically bumped all of those up, and now you can get the highest level crest, the same ones you get from like raid, by doing like 11 and higher delves, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
so
no, I think 10 and 11
pretty high on the delve. I don't think I'm gonna hit that level, but 11 and higher delves, or heroic raid. If I was doing 11 delves, I'd probably rather delve than raid, same as I do now. So if I was good enough to do that, I mean, why not? And I remember saying this to Dave when I was on his show a little bit ago, over at Solo Q. Go check him out.
Yeah, I do. That was sweet.
Yeah, Dave is amazing. But I had told him that I thought that doing 8 delves was for me like about 6 hours of work, and that's 2 nights of raid. I mean, you're still working. It's not like you're sitting here just rubbing one out and waiting for gear. You still have to play it. You still have to, you pay for repairs, you get stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's like I can hear the Jeopardy music play.
Why?
Just rubbing one out and listen to Jeopardy music while you're waiting for the gear to come out, like at the fucking
right.
Like
game
or whatever.
In there, yeah, like that's bogus. You have to go do something. So
exactly, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, let's not be silly. And so then I got Bran to 60. And yeah, so my old man is 60, which now that he's capped at 70, so I don't think I'll ever max him out. But I think they've also given him an XP buff. I can't confirm this for sure, but I feel like they did, or maybe for a little while they did. I think he was like on an express track to 60, and then you go back to normal or something. So they're like, if he's not 60 yet, he's gonna have like double XP to 60, and then like it goes.
Oh, right. They did some sort of
something, like, where you could get him to 60. So yeah, that's what he got there this week. So that's nice. Other than that, yeah, I think that's literally what I did. Just the casual thing. Did you have anything else to throw on your meanderings in Azeroth, or?
The only thing I noticed was, I started playing Affliction again. And you know what? I am sick and tired of the haters on Malefic Rapture. I'm tired of it. I will say the only valid criticism I find is the amount of fucking time you have to put up for your dots. The amount of wasted time. The fact that you have to put seed and then file team and then put your, get your ranks up on. Honestly, the two major things I would get rid of is that stupid debuff from pressing Shadow Bolt, like Shadowy Embrace from Shadowlands. Get rid of that. That is dumb. No one likes it.
Why did they get rid of cool things from Shadowlands and then keep fucking bogus things? Like they got rid of like wild spirits for hunters. Like, oh, we finally had an AoE and y'all fucked us. And then you're like, just kidding. Here's Death Chakram still for just a little bit. Just kidding. That's gone now too. Like, man, fuck. But y'all got this fucking Shadowy Embrace bullshit.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's like, and then also the fact that I have to do Sea of Corruption, then I have to do File Team, then I have to do after putting UA on the target, and then I also have to. There's like I have to go through like 7 GCDs before I can start doing my damage. You know what I mean? Like it's
no, the Destro is wild because you spec into that Incinerate where like your first 2 ones are instant. It's basically, to me, it feels like playing a hunter and running up and doing like beast mode or kill beast, whatever, sending my pet in to kill it way ahead of me, and I'm just running behind, like kind of shooting at stuff. Like the beast is over there just doing its thing. That's what it's like when you get that. I think it's Incinerate, right, on the Destro lock, where you can get like the instant ones. You just run up and just pull shit, and they're like halfway dead by the time they even get anywhere near you. I don't know why you'd want to play the whole. I mean, is there any fun in it, or do you just not like it? Or
for what, Destro?
For the Affliction, like how overall you don't like it.
I love Affliction. I love playing Affliction, especially in the higher the key is, the more I want to play Affliction because the mobs live long enough, But anything below a 10, I'm playing Demo anyway. So I mean, whatever. Unless we're doing really big pulls for something, then I'll play Destro. Like if we're doing really, really big 20+ mob pulls, I'll play Destro. But if we're just doing like press W, I'm playing Demonology every time,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, I've always liked Demonology. Like, I hated when they first changed it back at the end of Legion, early BFA, or whatever that was, when they first, changed Demonology from the WoD version. I guess was. Is
Demonology the one where you get like the cooler looking Voidwalkers and stuff, and all the like 1,000 imps and shit like that?
Yes.
Demonology, right? See, that's the one I'm trying to try, but I also I'm always raising a flag for like demon customization and like the roster. I feel like you should be able to go like.
There is.
Wait, what? You can go make your.
There's a whole bunch of secret looks you can get now.
Sure.
They don't do it through the rostrum. They do it through where you change like which version of the race you are, like the barber. It's through there. Yeah, you can have green imps, purple imps, red imps, but
shut the fuck.
it's on Wowhead. There's a list, And there's a big old list of them, and there's secrets. You have to go find them. Some of them are like
unlock them.
Yeah, you have to unlock them.
That's
really easy. A lot of them are pretty easy. You just go and kill an old raid, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Some of them are a pain in the butt. Like there's still one.
You know what? I used to love doing just like open world content like that. Like I do kind of love for like the ease of playing the game, how it is like, okay, there's portals everywhere and stuff. But sometimes I kind of miss literally flying on a wyvern from Orgrimmar to Tanarus. It was like a 7 fucking minute flight, and at sunset, it was beautiful. Like,
I love that you brought that up because that's why I like SOD. That's literally why I like playing SOD.
That's good.
It brings back that essence of
Does it?
the world being so big, you know?
Oh, I love that. I remember just like playing it early in the morning on my day off and just being like, this place is wild, and just unlocking like Mulgore. That's so wild. Like
you put in the flight path, make yourself a drink, make some breakfast while you're waiting to go from Booty Bay
like
to Undercity.
Get anywhere. That was the beauty of it. Like sometimes I'll still do it and not take a portal. I'm like, I'm just gonna do this. This is awesome. I'm gonna do it that way.
Way better.
I like to do that. I like to do that in the classic areas. So basically, anywhere on Old Kalimdor that wasn't really touched by the Cataclysm is especially precious. Like Firelands or Tanarus for the most part, a little bit, but like flying around Durotar is a little different, you know, because of the Cataclysm. But yeah, it definitely hits those nostalgia points. So we're going to talk about SOD in the news, but before we do the news, do you want to do the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah?
Yeah.
All right, fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck
yeah! And please only participate in the drink of the week if you're of legal age or whatever to do so. Furthermore, we are not responsible for any stupid shit you may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. Something like that. I forget how Wooly does it. Whatever. Judge me. I don't give a shit.
Wooly's always going to be the best at doing it, no matter how good we do it.
Yeah, either way.
He's the king of that. That's his thing. Anyway, what'd you bring us, Johnny? Tell us about it.
Ragnaros.
Yeah. Ragnaros. I call him Legnaros. Where'd we get that from? Is that a trademark, or did someone say that online? Legnaros?
Because on the heroic mode, he gets out of the fucking pool of lava.
Yes, that's why. And I didn't get it. Someone said Legnaros in Discord, and I was like, Legnaros. And then I was kind of high, and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, because he comes out of the pit. And I farmed that dude so many times for the mount. I was like, every week I was in that pit. God, I was in there so many times.
Would you say, I think Legnaros would be a sexy NPC of the week? I feel like that would make it in our friends. He may have been one. Maybe he has, and I don't remember. Maybe I wasn't around.
We'll have to ask our friends over there to be in our podcast. Go check them out as well. Yeah, definitely. If you want to talk about it, come to our Discord at thrallsball.com. There you go. See, plugging the friends. So, Johnny, we're working with the Ragnaros Firelands. For those of you who don't remember, we're just around about Legnaros. You rock around a big old path it's all on fire, and then he throws fire at you because he's Ragnaros, and then he comes up out of the pit and he has legs, and you're like, what the fuck? And then he dies. So we're gonna make a drink out of him this week. Did you want it? So Wooly sent the answer to you. Do you mind reading what Wooly guessed, and then then you'll tell us.
Here's your hint. It's a drink to cool off on the walkabout with Raggy in the Firelands boardwalk going to his lair. So when you want to have a little casual drink and you're hot and you're sweaty, you feel the burning coals and you feel all the steaming hotness around you. You just want a little cool off, but still feel the heat of the Firelands. Here's a good drink for you. Now, what Wooly guessed, pulling up here. He said it was Fireball mixed with Everclear and another layer of Everclear on top, and you light it on fire with red hot candy on top sprinkled in. That's what he said.
That sounds very Ragnaros-y, but that doesn't sound like your hint. So when you gave that hint, I like that because I changed direction quite a bit. So I'm going to guess, and I'm thinking where you are too. It's a little warmer. You could enjoy this beverage. It's going to be like a chili mango Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Yes, they have that. They're delicious. And you're gonna mix in some mango vodka and some Fireball, and you're gonna throw in some mango slices to represent the legs of Legnaros, and then you're gonna sip that shit while you walk down the street and go punch him in the face and take the egg of whatever and fucking get them out that doesn't fly or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's my guess. Yeah.
No, but I do like the idea of that drink. I think the Fireball is what started me off.
Okay, so
Sure.
regale us with what's in the Legnaros, please.
The crazy drink. So, 3/4 ounce of vodka or gin. I used Reka vodka because I prefer it. 3/4 ounce of Campari or Campery. 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. Or if you don't want to use simple syrup, you can use an ounce of lemonade. Then I used 1.5 ounces of grapefruit Italian soda or blood orange soda, whichever you want to do, and then a few dashes of orange bitters or peach Hollands bitters, like you're making a Sazerac, and 1 egg white.
That sounds really good. I want to come hang out at your house now. I'm just kidding. So I was thinking, I was like, is he doing like a mint julep or something? And then I went with the Slurpee, but I was like, I should have thought classier. I should remember that you know how to make really good drinks. You're not making like street drinks like we make in Chicago because we sneak them on the CTA.
So
wow, that sounds really good. Are you drinking it tonight?
I am drinking it right now. I actually sent a picture as well.
Beautiful.
Let me send you a copy. Oh no.
What happened? You spilled? Oh no.
Well, whatever. We'll only paste it into the stupid message anymore. Anyway.
That's okay. How is it?
Willie has the picture at least. So, all you do is you freeze a double rocks glass or a mason jar in the freezer, right? Let it overnight or for an hour or whatever. You add it to a shaker, vodka, Campari, the simple syrup, lemon juice, or lemonade, and then the egg white into a shaker. You dry shake it for like really a lot. You want a lot of foam, okay? Then you add your ice. I'm
scared to use the egg white. I can't bring myself to do it. I guess.
Oh, I don't actually use egg white. I use a substitute, but some people they prefer the egg white, so I always say use egg white. So
there's a vegan alternative apparently, garbanzo bean water. So you can buy garbanzo beans and shake the water, and it's pretty much flavorless, and it gets really foamy. So that's the vegan alternative to that if you want to try it.
Yes, exactly.
But
and that's
anyway,
what I use.
Continue. Yeah.
And that's what I used actually, but just because I didn't have any eggs on hand, because fuck buying eggs right now. But
for real, God, I need some actually for a recipe this week, and I'm like, really? Anyways, well.
So, you add your ice to your rocks glass. It's frozen, and then you pour all the whole. Okay. So, pro tip: I like to do this. I don't know if y'all want to do this. I think my whenever I use club soda.
Are you a bartender? You're not a bartender in real life. No, but you just enjoy doing like the home bartending stuff.
Yes.
That's awesome.
All you do, I think the club soda or whatever Italian soda I'm going to use, and I pour a little bit at the bottom of the glass. Then I pour my mixture with all the foam and everything into the frozen glass with ice and a little bit of the Italian soda, and then I fill the glass to the top with a little bit more of the Italian soda and throw some dashes of bitters on top, and you're good.
I was literally gonna say that sounds like an adult Italian soda, like, with like the cream, when they would add like a little like half and half and syrup and club soda for kids, like they would make like this fun little like drink for them. That's kind of what that sounds like, but like a better grown-up version of one.
Yeah, I wanted to make it like very like a more like that's why I use Campari, because I wanted that deep red color, and the blood orange or the grapefruit they make even more red. And then I didn't want to sweeten it too much, so I want it to be like an aperitif type of flavor and make it like
the Campari works for so like I'm not a huge fan of Campari, but in drinks, like I'm not gonna drink it as an aperitif like some people do, but in like a margarita or a cocktail, it's usually fine. Well, it does have that kind of bitter grown-up flavor. It does make it like. You're like, oh, hi, I'm drinking this now, like, for sure.
It tastes amazing. I've been drinking it all afternoon, and it's been great.
That sounds awesome. Well, I guess I will formally send you off, even though you've been drinking them all afternoon. Over the lips, through the gums. Look out, asshole. Sounds delicious, dude. I'm not going to go over all those ingredients. You can go in the Discord. We're going to post the recipe in the Discord because that shit was complicated. It sounds delicious. Bon appetit. I'm drinking a black raspberry Monaco. That's about the only thing I can handle these days. So with that one then, do you want to go on into the news, motherfuckers? Yeah. WoW news? Okay, let's go.
Time for WoW news, motherfuckers.
All right, y'all, we're about to jump into some WoW news this week. We ask you respectfully to please bear with us. We're gonna try out a bit new of a format, where we're kind of gonna read things that we know more about. So I think that will just kind of explain, and you'll see how it goes when I have Johnnie take over like our classic news section, because he's way better at that than I am. Johnnie, can you tell us about classic? Yeah, please.
Hell yeah. So we got the 20th anniversary edition trailer that came out. They're releasing phase 3. They got Blackwing Lair coming out and all that and everything after. Bricked, congratulations, they got the world first Nefarian kill in phase 3 on the anniversary realms. And, you know, it's not technically world first or whatever, but it's world first in that version of the game that just came out because it's an iteration of this, okay? So, hats off. That said, you find the article. The kill came in 20 minutes after the raid was open. So, but classic is classic, whatever. Now, new raid coming out. The next phase of Season of Discovery, we're going to have the Scarlet Enclave. It's going to be a fucking badass raid. I can already tell. I can sniff it from the fucking Alps of the cold mountains of Trisfall Glades. I can feel the
treasure champion. I can smell it. We're close.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. It's on PTR. Obviously, things can change. It's everyone playing side is hyped about the Scar Enclave raid, and there's a new quest content related to this on the PTR already coming out. And apparently, it's going to involve the Death Knight starting zone area as well, Tears Hand and everything else. And it's gonna be great. New Avalon's gonna be part of it. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be awesome.
That place has been needed to reworked since the 7th time I rolled a Death Knight. Like, bro, get me out of here. That's awesome.
So there's a bunch of DDoS attacks going on right now, or was happening until Holy Things disbanded pretty much. Instead of popping just a big post on it's rumored anyway, that Instead Poppin is going to be disbanding because he doesn't want to risk all the nonsense with these DDoS attacks on the WoW servers because they're trying to get them killed while they're raiding, which is hilarious to me. And it's just sad. It's like, you're really that bored, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? There's other crap you could be doing with that skill set. What are you doing?
You sound like Monty Gaslow, my next ex-husband. That's my boy. Hey, what are you doing? Come on. Oh, yeah. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely being so altruistic and awesome. I love him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is kind of lame though. No, I agree with you. I was just making light of it, but it's not.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not funny.
Either way, other thing is, the really cool part is that fucking badass Hurricane trailer from the Blizzard that just came out for the 20th anniversary edition, talking about, return the classic. It's so good. Every time they come out with a Hurricane one, every classic trailer has been so good. I'm like, why is this not the norm? What is going on? Like, why is he, like, I understand they can't overwork Hurricane. I understand, like, if he's the only one doing this and this little team or whoever's working with him, I get it. I don't think I'm
the only person who, like, when I can't afford my sub, listens to WoW records on Spotify and watches cinematics on YouTube for fun, just to hear Laura Bailey being Jaina. And then, the come topside, sweetheart. And like, oh, fuck, I'm horrid till I die. But that shit's wild, man. Her dad's all dead. And he turns around and what the fuck? Like, yeah, dude, to be watching that shit. Like, it's engaging as hell to do that. So, yeah, it's going to be wild.
We would say Gina's tits, so.
Yeah. This raid that's gonna be wild though. That's gonna be great. I think just to speak on that really quick, since we have a little time, it's just us. I feel like this is coming in as in retail, though, we're going to be learning more about the Arathi. And I don't think I'm the first person to say that. I feel like I'm like parroting something I saw on Twitter somewhere, but it sounds familiar. It sounds like it could be a thing, right? Like, what do you think about that? Since you played both, so like how much does the new classic stuff really tie into retail at all, or is it its own beast entirely?
It's like pieces of crossover, but I haven't seen anything like there have been a bunch of crossover pieces, but it's like off the side type content, like possibly Zalatath being like a vendor for like profession vendors in the earlier phases of Sod and all that, right? And like random ocean crab crystals found around the Azeroth, and now this whole the new Karazhan dungeon that was probably the coolest dungeon they've ever made and or it appears to be really cool. I still haven't done it yet. I'm so sad. I've been wanting to do it since it came out. But anyway, I think. And the whole new Avalon thing, and the whole fact that it's going to involve Death Knights makes me wonder if they're going to do some sort of back-channeling, like, classic era Bolvar story.
Huh. Well, I have this kind of coexisting theory just really quick, but I think we could probably tie these together if we tried hard enough. We should try. I was thinking about these like these sort of religious zealots, like whatever the Arathi are, whatever the Scarlet Crusade was, they were religious zealots, obviously. And Lillian Voss is a known runaway from that abusive system. Like her dad was like some Scarlet Crusade honcho, and she ran away from home. And then we have Farron Lothar now. In the newest expansion, in the War Within, it's revealed to us that she runs away from her parents. She stowed away on the ship that ended up in Hollowfall. She ran away from home too. So she was running away from some sort of weird, like, religious zealot experience. But with Death Knights, yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels weird. I don't know. I'm just kind of putting a pin in it, right?
I don't necessarily think that isn't the case with Farron, but it seemed more like they were being overprotective of her back home, and she wanted to like journey out and be her own person. That was the vibe I got from the storyline in Hellfall. That was the vibe check I was getting from them. Like, it was more like the adventurous young daughter wants to be more like a warrior and like a champion and like stand for her, what she believes in, and like go forth into the unknown versus like being the kept away child of the king or the emperor, or one of the daughters of the emperor,
Yeah, I'm gonna. Her story is gonna be so fucking rad. Like, please give me a novel about this lady. Like, I swear to God, I'm so in love with Lothar. Man, and the moments that she's having with Anduin, everyone already put a pin in that. I put a pin in that a long time ago, and they hold hands and he gets back in touch with the light and their royalty, and it's just cute. I'm shipping them. I'm shipping Anduin and Farron Lothar, dude. I think everyone already knows. Come on. No?
Sure, I was actually more of a fan of, I could totally see it happening. I totally ship them anyway, but I don't think that's what's actually going to happen. You know what I mean? As much as I would love for that to happen, I don't think that's the direction they're going to go in.
Do you have a theory, or you just don't think?
I think one of them is going to have to sacrifice themselves for the other.
Oh.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be one of those situations. Like, I don't know. That's my, it's going to be some sort of, or it's going to be some sort of thing where, like, almost like a Romeo and Juliet type thing, minus the ending.
No. where like one thinks the other one's dead, and then they're not dead, but then they kill themselves, and then they're really dead. And then the other one's like, no, I'm gonna kill myself too. No.
Not that part. More like the
spoiler alert for Romeo and Juliet if you never read it in 9th grade.
No, just the clashing families. Like more like the Capulets and the Montague type of warring faction feudal type things and all that. I was thinking more of that, like family strife and trauma and like that kind of.
Because we're also sort of stuck with. Remember that dude was trying to open a portal so they could just go home, and the Sanctum of Night stopped him.
Yep.
That's what happened, and then you're in that delve with them and. The spiders are down there and stuff, so there's something nefarious going on with like, because you're kind of like, you're like, as the champion, you're walking around and you're like, why can't you just go back? Like, you can just go back. You can open a portal, and they're like, we can't. There's some kind of block on them, like going back.
I think, okay, here's what I think was supposed to happen. I think Xal'atath was trying to use the Dark Heart to be powerful enough to absorb it into Belladar and use that to create a new Dark Naru or a new version of like what happened to Koresh. Okay, that was my initial thought. Then, or wherever that tunnel leads to in the core of Azeroth, right? Or, and then since the Prince Thief, the Thief Prince guy, the Zir, the ethereal guy, right? I think he's trying to put that energy to put that back into Koresh, like the cutscene shows, right? At the end of Undermine, there's that whole...
Yeah, but like, also, like, not to interrupt you, but I've been thinking a lot about why do we have Black Blood and Azerite? Because, like, Azerite came about after Sargeras put the sword in Azeroth, and then it's the next thing, it's BFA. Azerite's like the big deal. That's what we're working with here. That's the system. But like now it's like Black Blood. Like there's something evil in Azeroth too. Like she's corrupted, obviously. But still,
the Black Blood is leftover blood from the seepage of the old gods.
You think it's left over? And it's just like popping pimples, like what we can eradicate it. That would be very convenient. That would be great. I would love that. You just pop the giant, like the final actual raid boss of like expansion 20.3 is like a giant pimple, and then you won the game. It's 2037. That's you know.
It's more. I feel like it's more like a festering gangrene wound that's inside Azeroth. More like.
That sounds gross.
You remember in WoD there was that dungeon Shaman Burial Grounds. The second boss in there, you're on the dying grasp of a dying god, is what he says at the end of that fight. The second boss.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that one. Yeah.
And it makes me think that like, what if that's why Sargeras plunged the sword into Azeroth, was to like put her soul, to wake her up essentially more, to like be like, yo,
it's been floated that he's like actually more of an anti-hero than people are giving him credit for. Like, just, you know, we've kind of only seen one side of the story, and since Dragonflight, we're obviously getting much more into the Titans' intentions and history and things that are going on. So it's definitely not over there.
The roots, the giant tree roots in a freaking cave underground. Like, I mean, world tree maybe? I don't know. Like, it seems very convenient.
One time I thought there was like a world tree in Dornegal. It was just like growing right out of the rock, very tall and straight. Yep. And I'm like, weird that it's just kind of chilling there. And like the Earthmen are like, well, we've just been told by the Titans what to do this whole time. Apparently they only just started waking up. So it's like, okay, so you've been down here chilling and the Titans just put a world tree here, probably one of the safest places to put it, because everyone that they populated the area with only did what they were told. No one gives a fuck what a world tree is. There's no worshiping it. There's no tying life value to it. Like the Earthen basically are not existential creatures. They don't give a fuck. They just do what they're told to do. They're directive, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you could totally put a world tree there and just be like, you wouldn't even have to say don't touch this. They would never look at it because it's not in anyone's directive to ever fucking look at it, right? Like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
Have you ever seen those plant-looking earthen in Dornegal? They're like they're the Freyborn arborists.
Yep. And there's a lot of the animals too are like rocks and have moss on them and stuff. Like, yeah, it's wild. There's a
you think of the dress that makes me think the way they're like kind of dark in color too. It gives me kind of dressy vibes too. It makes me wonder about how that's related to the Shadowlands too, a little bit, like a Ardenweald.
I really liked going back and getting Lore Master for like Drustvar in BFA, like when I was getting Lore Master of BFA, it was so cool. And to go to like Waycrest Manor and everything was amazing. Wow, I was like, whoa, this is cool. And like people have asked for a while, like if like witches would ever be a playable class and how would it be different from like a warlock or a shadow priest, but like Drustvar being like a big inspiration for that. I don't know, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I love Stormsong Valley. I love Drustvar. I love those two zones. Those are my two favorite zones in all of... And of course, Nazmir. I love Nazmir. That was the other one.
I really kind of was fond lore-wise and exploration-wise and characters and stuff, character development of BFA a lot. Yeah. But I did it for Lore Master, so I went back in Shadowlands and did the dungeons and stuff. I didn't really have to deal with the challenges of like dealing with my Heart of Azeroth. Like it was one of those points where I'd fallen behind, so the systems didn't really have to get on my nerves as much as just going back and like I could solo heroic dungeons and solo the raid, the normal version of the raid just to see it and whatever and just leave. So
yeah, I took a big break during after Old Deer. I took a big break until Eternal Palace came out, and then I took another break until the very end of BFA. After Corruptions were already kind of a done thing. It was like right before Shadowlands came out. I was hyped about Shadowlands coming out.
I remember how so many people were hyped for Shadowlands. I thought it was so cool. Like I didn't have it, but like people I knew and podcasters I knew who had like the beta and stuff, and they were talking about like Torghast, like how cool it was. And now like in retrospect, you go back and you're like, man, come on, it was so cool though. Yeah, I know. And then it just died on the dinner table. Like, oh, you guys, come on.
I was sad.
Yeah, it was like funeral for a friend right there as we're playing for it. Speaking of funerals for friends, all the fucking cheating fuckos who cheated, 9,000 of y'all apparently got the Hero Mythic Plus title, Tempered Hero title. There you go. You cheated. I don't know what they did. I didn't read this, but Willie said they cheated. Yeah, achievements are meant to be achieved, so earn them like you should. And Willie says, I don't understand why the hell people would cheat to get things like this. For me, if I did, the title wouldn't mean shit because I know I didn't earn it. We've had this conversation before about lack of integrity in gaming, but I guess, yeah.
And I will go and list out every single one of those cheaters live at the podcast. We'll start with the first one from this server over here. I'm kidding, I'm not going to do that. There's 9,000 names. I'm not going through 9,000 names.
Can you imagine? That's like a hell of an agenda, bro. Like, gosh.
I would only do that if I was doing like some sort of comedy routine for like Andy, what's his name? Andy Kaufman style. And he just reads.
You know what I was gonna say? You say Andy Kaufman and I think of Jim Carrey.
Yes.
But the thing that I actually thought of was in God Almighty or whatever, Bruce Almighty, where Jim Carrey turns into God and the file cabinet comes out and like knocks him and it's like a mile long and it's like brrr, and like those are the 9,000 names. You start going through them, you're like tunk, 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 tunk. You got your little wax thing that you can dip your finger in so you don't get paper cuts and just go block them all on the internet. Oh my god, please. Oh, I'm so glad you have better things to do with your time, dude. And then also, I guess, if you're bored, you can go on the shop and buy the Heavenly Regalia pack. It's 2 new transmogs. It's got that solar or lunar aesthetic, depending on which one you wear. And it looks for like any armor type, I guess. Like Wooly kind of describes it here, but I guess it's hard to imagine. I'll probably end up posting a picture. There is a link in the show notes too. And there's a
Yang Moon Sun dealio. Like if you're into tarot, you're gonna love this.
They had that like Warden set that looked like that. So this is more like flowy than that, because the Warden set was pretty hunter looking. It was pretty like male coded. I feel like, you remember the Warden set that we got a while back? Yeah, where it has like the greenish one and the whitish one and the goldish one or whatever. Yeah. So this, I think this looks a little more like Wooly. The way Wooly was saying it in his notes were that like it looks like anyone could wear it. Yeah. So like the Warden, like I felt like the Warden set was a little bit like hunter coded still.
This is the kind of thing I'm fine with being on the shop. You know what I mean? Like if you want a particular set and you're going for a theme and you don't want to put on the immediately onto the whatever the traders post, I think that's fine. You know?
Yeah, and it's $25. I suppose some people might holler and say like, oh, I'm afraid to buy it because it's probably going to come on the traders post at some point, and then, well, that's gambler's anxiety. Like if you want to buy it, like you are kind of deciding if you want to buy something or wait to see if it'll ever happen to you.
$25 sounds like a lot, but you're getting both color variants for the $25. It's not like that's the price of a mount for like one mount, right?
Yeah,
so you get two full pieces sets, right?
I really don't buy things out of the store just because, like, I mean, well, no, not really. There's things that I want that I do intend to buy, but it's like, it's like such a thing down on my list. Like by the time I get to it, I will say I got high though before the pod, so I didn't buy this thing, which you guys can buy for $25 on the store. Yeah, and the link's in the show notes, right?
And you can find it on thrallsballs.com. through our podcast and through the post on Spotify or other places that we're posted at.
You're fucking amazing, dude. Why am I main hosting? You should be doing this. You're amazing. Well, yeah, and then I guess apparently the Trial of Style, I did see this guy around, I guess in major flight points and cities. The NPCs will be wandering around. 2 more days as of the day this comes out, Tuesday the 25th. So you have until March 27th to check it out. There are 27 new items you can purchase with earnable Trial of Style tokens, some of which are recolors of some trading post items. So, I don't know what they are. I haven't gone and looked at this yet, but yep, link for that is in the show notes too. Do you do a lot of mogging, Johnny, or?
I mog all the fucking time, but I don't do Trial of Style.
Me too, I love it.
I don't do Trial of Style, really. I don't do that. We have our own guild competitions that we do. You know, we have our own like internal guild competitions that we do. I don't do this whole Trial Style nonsense. I don't care about that.
Yeah, we have had guild things too before, where like, especially around the holidays, like you'll have to go to like really weird places and go do weird PvP events as a guild and like just kind of jump around, and then it'll be like, oh, go to this flight point, and as soon as you land you have to mog this thing, and like they'll actually like, the guild leader was handing out like bind on equip mounts and stuff from like CRAIIIIG. So
no, we don't do all that. We just have like we just find a cool place for a setting, and then we'll just do like, hey, show your mog, and we'll take turns, and
that is
neutral benefactor we also have a lottery. So we do like a little lottery, and we do, we all pitch in, it goes towards the guild, and whoever wins gets a payout, and that whole thing. And
that's funny because like we used to do the dumbest shit. I wonder, like in Classic, do people still like herd up and do like the stupid games and trolls and like kill everybody at the crossroads for like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, like all day and all night? Yeah, does it happen?
Yes, you do see them, but not in the crossroads usually.
No,
they've confined them all to Stranglethorn Vale pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the PvP event they did. So
I'm starting to remember, the more I think about it. I joke with everyone how I was in the crossroads for like 3 weeks, and like that almost killed my appetite for WoW. Oh shoot, that's the kids' kid. Willie, we're gonna have to edit. I forgot to tell you, we're gonna edit. My kids are home.
And now I have you all to myself. All right. So, final thoughts. I do like. There's this cool trinket hotfix that came out, and all those crappy, shitty delve trinkets everyone's been complaining about and whining about for the last month. No, I'm not saying that it's not wrong to complain about things that are bad in the game. And I am in agreement in this particular situation. I'm more, commenting in the general over Arcane, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, but I feel like it was getting a bit ridiculous. It's like it's supposed to be helper gear to help you to get to the next thing from your vault, I mean, come on. Anyway, well, they're doing a big buff, and I want to say it's like some of these are 20-30% buffs to each of these trinkets, like the blast, the bashful book effect on some of these trinkets. There's the Blastmaster 3000. Trying to think pretty much any sort of on damage hit effect that was going to do a set number of damage. Pretty much almost every trinket I could find that's all getting buffed, pretty much. Like the chrome bustable bomb suit or whatever, that's a good example. The pilot light, the spare keys, the Giga Zap Zap cap, all that crap, the Goblin grenade, the Junk Maestro's Mega Magnet, the Cujo flame vents, all those kind of either on use or just proccing random damaging effect type trinkets. Those are the ones getting buffed. The lock and stock, the Mr. Pick Me Up, the Ritual Mud, all that crap. Anyway, there's also a bunch of class tuning happening soon. I'm a Warlock. All I cared about was that 3% demo buff when I was already wrecking face in the dungeons I was doing. So I was like, okay, sure, buff me. Total fix affliction. God forbid. When you're having 3 Shadow Priests in your raid, but 1 Warlock or 2 Warlocks, I mean, there's a problem here. Okay. But overall, these tuning changes they're doing, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty overall balanced. I wish they would, nerf certain classes a little bit more or change up the utility on some of these classes, but that's just, my tinfoil hat theory on how they should do things and, backseat deving, And, I am excited. You know what thing that no one's talking about? This Dastardly Duos thing in the 1.5 PTR. I loved Brawlers Guild. I don't think enough people are talking about Brawlers Guild these days. I'll never understand why they got rid of it. My tinfoil hat theory on that is that whatever dev made it left or got moved or resources got shuffled around or there was a layoff or whatever fill in the blank reason, whatever it is, whatever dev that originally did it either had to spend a lot more time making it or got pushed to other projects because of other budgetary reasons or shuffling people around, which I get happens, right? So it's always been a bummer that we haven't had it in ages. I remember back in Miss Pandaria doing it, and it was the coolest thing in the universe. I got to go into the old world, into the freaking train station in Stormwind, or in Ironforge, and go underneath the little, underneath the train station, and go in the old section, and there's a whole freaking room there, and there's a bunch of gambling and tables and people drinking and betting on random people dying and getting one shot, and it was great. I don't know why they ever got rid of it. I was so mad. I'm glad that they're doing something similar to that now. The Dastardly Duo is probably the coolest thing I've been excited about in a long time. And I also heard they're giving us corruptions. And I think that the corruptions are a great idea to bring back. I never got to play with them when they were current. I missed out that whole patch because I didn't play during Nyalotha to the very end. I missed out on all of that. So I wish I was around back then, but whatever. Life be life sometimes. Anyway, I think they should do it as a shoulder enchant. That would be my call. It's or, you know, I guess you could make it like a belt or something maybe. I would say shoulders, what I would say. Especially if it's going to be just temporary for this one patch and then it's going away. I definitely wouldn't carry this over to next patch though, like 11.2 or whatever. I definitely wouldn't carry it over to 11.2, but treat it like the ring. Have it be okay, or how the old ring was, I guess, where they ended up, they nerfed it to the ground so it's not crazy powerful, just deactivate it. The other option they have is to like reset the power on it, so when 11.2 comes out, you get to keep your effects, or you give new effects maybe that end up being better or scale better than the old ones, you know, and have it go even more crazy in the last patch, and then last have a crap ton of fun. But I don't know, they could play around with it and see if what kind of works, you know, if they want to test some stuff around, make things a little bonkers for the last patch, but whatever that ends up being before midnight comes out. I'm pretty excited about, you know, housing as well. Did anyone watch that crazy cutscene? Not cutscene, the little video they did, the demo out, the commands. Shots fired on a certain other MMO that I really liked for a very long time until they made it really boring for some reason when they were fucking going balls to the wall, awesome with it the whole time since 2012, you know, or 13 or whatever year it was. It was really cool. We're just waiting for Gersh to come back here, but I'm looking here, and I really think this Dastardly Duos thing is going to be a really cool thing to go into. And also, I completely forgot about this. The World of Warcraft Student Art Contest 2024 winners got announced, and yeah, the Bastion Merchant Hub won, and then there's the Shrine of the Mother Dragon, the Crimson Dream Gorger, and the Bargon Gator Soup Trader. And there's some actually pretty cool stuff in here.
Am I back? Please?
Yeah, you're back.
Yay, cool! Because I was trying to talk to you for a long time, and I was DMing you frantically. I was like, you might have to close this out, but you had so much more news than I had compiled as well, and Wooly, so that is amazing. Oh my god, you're the best. This is Boasty, and that's trademark. We did actually put that in the Urban Dictionary. No one had ever grabbed the word Boasty, and we were like, it's a combination of like best of bestie and co-host. So it's Boasty.
So I did my homework.
Yes, sir.
I was going to mention it last time.
Wait, you pooped your pants?
Not recently. This is an old story. We didn't have time. We didn't have time last time.
Oh, I didn't listen all the way either. Oh my gosh.
It was a long time ago. No, I'm talking about in real life. It was a long time ago. I was in high school. So I used to take the bus to, my senior year, I did a work study program my last year. So I got to go, I was like one of the cool kids. I could get out of school early to go work, you know? And I interned / worked at an architect firm, right? So like doing drafting shit, right? This was like 27 years ago.
That's awesome.
Right?
No, I get it. I went off campus to take college courses too. Yeah, I get. Yeah.
This is for like a work thing. Like you would go
like
work during high school and shit. Yeah.
But it's still like kind of like, oh, I get to leave campus and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, and I would just leave at lunch. And just on like a couple, like on Wednesdays or whatever, anyway, I'm on the bus going to my job, right? And I had like an hour-long bus ride because I had to change bus twice. I had to take 2 connectors. I had to get off the bus, take another connector, get off another bus stop, take another connector, and there was a gap between 2 of the bus stops, and there was no bathrooms. There's nothing around where the bus stop was. It was only like a mall, but there was no. It wasn't like a regular mall. It wasn't like a So I had
like public areas. Yeah.
Yes, and I just ate Quiznos because I fucking love Quiznos, and like I went over to It was a cheesecake factory. I had just eaten, so I am like kind of lactose intolerant, so I can't have a lot of cheese. But I eat it anyway. I don't give a shit. But I still
gave a shit today.
Yep.
No.
So I had Quiznos in my body already. I go Cheesecake Factory.
Why did you treat yourself to some cheesecake?
Yes, I treated myself to some cheesecake because I was friends with one of the servers and they would give me free cheesecake. Yes. So I ate some free cheesecake and I was waiting for the bus. The bus was late. So I had to wait like another 40 minutes and I was trying to run back to the restaurant to take a dump there and I didn't make it in time. It sucked.
Did it like
suck?
Was it enough? Okay, was it enough that like people knew? Like, or was it just like a little bit?
Yeah, it was like a step above Prairie Dog. Okay, it's just a step. It was like a step.
Okay.
There was definitely stains.
You have a Klingon happening. Like
there was definitely stains happening, right? But like the problem was I had to ride the bus home.
No.
So I had to ride a 2-hour bus ride home and skip out on work, which fucking sucked.
Oh god.
I knew people at work, so I was
like, how do you call off? Like, do you just use PTO? Yeah. Like, I would rather be telling my boss, like, I threw up on the way to work. Sorry. Like, I'm never gonna tell no one I shit my pants, except people on the podcast that I told that I pooped. Yeah, and it wasn't my. It was my pants because it was my underwears because I was really sick and I was asleep and I woke up and I was like, something feels very, very wrong right now. I'm sick and
uniform too.
Yeah. It was
khakis. Fucking khaki pants.
You would. God no.
It was fucking horrible. It was so bad.
Oh god. Okay, well, this is the second iteration of the pants shitting episode. I feel like we should call it like the pants shitting episode 2.0. Maybe after all. We'll see what Willie thinks when he edits. Other than that, I think we're good without a game. I know we've been running for a little bit. Yeah. Did you have any final thoughts? Because mine is that the pooping your pants is bigger than the fucking commute you described. I don't know how you just commuted from like New Jersey to fucking Billings, Montana. Like, what the fuck was that? Why was there like 18 buses involved with that shit?
No, it was 2 or 3 buses, but 2 stops. And I had to do a transfer, 2 transfers. I had to stop at one bus stop by some other tech school that was nearby, and another bus
area where a stop is like every mile. Because I would just walk.
No, it was like fucking miles away. Like,
it's not like Chicago. Like, yeah, we talked about this, I think, before off the air. Yeah. Chicago stop is like every block. You're not going to spend money on that. You're just going to walk.
No. The transfer was like across the street or whatever to go in a different part of town, you know? But,
wild.
Different buses, so I would take the number 7 or whatever to the number 12, and then the 12 up to this other part of town where this freaking area was, where the office was, and I had to go back and forth. And now I take another bus, but I had to be on that bus by 5 o'clock, so I had to ride that second bus to the other bus, and then ride that other bus home, and sit around all the way back to my
with doo-doo in your
yeah.
You didn't stop. There was nowhere to stop and scoop it out. Not anywhere.
I did make it to a bathroom eventually.
This is so great. This is totally exclusive content, you guys.
So I did stop. I went back to the Cheesecake Factory. That's how because I was at the stop and I had to get on the bus. You see what I'm saying? So I was trying.
You had tried to go in there originally to take the Yeah, so you walked in there all doo-dooey and...
Yeah, I didn't make it back to the bathroom in time. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oof, that's a rough one.
Yeah, but took a bunch of paper towels and like put soap on it, and just scrub myself clean until I can get clean.
This is how you do it when you poop your pants in public, guys. You can count on us on the Thrall Balls podcast to bring you the most important information,
tip.
like how to clean your asshole when you poop yourself in public. If you're interested in stuff like that, other random thoughts, funny things about podcasts and other video games we play and all kinds of crazy stuff, you can follow our dear absent host at Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. He is actually back on Twitter. I myself am at Hunter Gershom, the word Hunter, Gershom on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, but not really so much. Mostly on Twitter. You can still find me over there. And Blue Sky as well. And then at Boomy Nation, our other absent friend, BOOMY, the word nation, Twitter, YouTube, all kinds of other places. He has a cool Discord. You can join our Discord at thrallsballs.com. You can also reach out to and hang out with Johnnie Tips on our Discord, JOHNNIE.tips. And then you have your Instagram too at that same handle, right?
Yeah, same exact handle on Instagram.
Nice. Okay. And then our sometimes host, beloved Craig. He's out there. We love you, Craig. At Craig Addict on Twitter. And then we're at Thrall's Balls Pod on Twitter. You can email us with any feedback or questions. Thrall's Balls Podcast at gmail.com. We would love it to pieces if you gave us any feedback on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, specialized reviews. You can go to the Discord we mentioned, thrallsballs.com. We also have the link tree. Everything we mentioned above, everybody's socials should be on there. And I guess with that, you want to go ahead and get on out of here, Johnnie? You good?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Bye, swingers. We love you. Be good.
Be good now.
Johnny's gonna come get you. You stay away. No, you don't come to my town. You stay back in South Pole. Don't come to my town, Santa Claus.
No, yeah.
Johnnie Tips, don't come to my town.
No, not your town. No tentacles. No tentacles. No say no. No